Well, hello and greetings. I am Jay the Practitioner. I am a licensed spiritual practitioner. I know all is well. All is well with you. All is well with me. And all is well in this vast universe that we coexist in together. Together. Please believe that. Hey, if you get a moment, if you can just go ahead and just tap that subscribe button next to my channel. Also, make sure you put your notifications on so you never miss an upload. If you have comments, please feel free to leave me any comments. Drop me any comments that you may have for me. I answer all my comments. Most importantly, thank you so much for your support. It means a ton to me. Thank you so very much. Now, as my custom, before we get started, let's just go ahead and center ourselves. Hey, close your eyes if you choose. In, out, in, and out. Today, my talk is entitled, Don't Make Assumptions. My talk is entitled, Don't Make Assumptions, Seen Through the Eyes of Spirit. You know, with assumptions often come from the ego. What I mean by that, the ego is dealing with the past experiences, and a limited perception. Let me say that again. The ego, our ego, is always dealing from past experiences and limited perceptions. Just imagine that. Imagine that. Spiritually speaking, making assumptions, blocks God's wisdom for us. Again, from a spiritual perspective, making assumptions blocks God's guidance for the highest and the best for us. Also, assumptions create unnecessary drama in our lives because we're assuming something. We're assuming something. Just think about that. It keeps us from seeing the truth, with a capital T. It keeps us from seeing the truth. A lot of us, and I'm no different, have a tendency to make assumptions about everything. Everything. Imagine that. The problem we have with that, assumptions are coming from a limited perception. Again, my assumptions are coming from a limited perceptions, and it's coming from my worldview, how I look at the world. Just imagine that. I remember growing up back in the day, I used to hear there was 3 sides to a story. My side, the other person's side, and the truth. One more time. I would hear that there's 3 sides to a story. My side, the other person's side, and the truth. And that's the truth with a capital T. Imagine that. Just imagine that. Again, making assumptions that blocks us from experiencing God's wisdom, divine wisdom for us. It blocks us. Our ego thrives, my ego thrives on certainty. But real wisdom comes from humility. Real wisdom comes from humility. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, lean not on your own understanding. Again, Proverbs 3:5-6 says, lean not on your own understanding. Imagine that. Just imagine that. When making any decisions about anything, one, we should be patient. Two, we should speak less and listen more. Perhaps that's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Also, make sure you're asking questions for clarification. If there's something that you're not sure of, make sure you're asking questions for clarification. And remember, there are no dumb questions. There are no dumb questions. So, I encourage you to practice being patient. I encourage you to use discernment when you have something that you see and you're not sure of. Again, practice patience and practice discernment. Be willing to. Be willing to. Now, I want to lead you into meditation for a bit. Find a nice, comfortable spot. Go ahead and close your eyes if you choose, while affirming this to yourself. I release assumptions and see through the eyes of spirit. I release my assumptions and see through the eyes of spirit. I release my assumptions and see through the eyes of spirit. I release my assumptions and see through the eyes of spirit. I release my assumptions and see through the eyes of spirit. I release my assumptions and see through the eyes of spirit. Old thoughts will come and thoughts will go. Recognizing that you're so much more than your thoughts, while affirming, I release my assumptions and see through the eyes of spirit. 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 As you begin to come back into your own experience, take a breath. Let it out. Begin to open your eyes when you're ready. Stretch a bit. Be willing not to make assumptions. Recognize there's always three sides to a story. Your side, the other person's side, and the truth. The truth is what you're wanting to get. Capital T. Don't make assumptions. As always, until we meet again, peace and richest blessings. Namaste.